And that's the bottom line.
And there we are. We are live with legend Arn Anderson.
Well, okay, I can't top that, so let's just call it a night. Okay. How you doing, man?
How did it feel to see Spinebuster Hogan over and over again?
Never get tired of that. Never.
I never get tired of seeing that. Best Spinebuster in the business.
It should be. It's my move. Everybody else is committed grand theft on that move. So what's going on your way? Everything good?
Oh, it's great. We're just glad to have you. It's a pleasure to have a legend like yourself on with us, and I'm sure the fans would speak the same thing. And thank you so much for being with us. And just so everyone knows, Rocky and Nick and Matt Sned are live with Arn on site there. So there's Rocky, Nick, and if Nick wants to make an appearance, I don't know.
We're here, Nick.
Hiding from the camera. There's Nick. You know, we're all repping the Asylum today. So thank you for that too, Arn. It's a definite honor to see you wearing one of our shirts. That's for sure.
Well, hey, did you ever think I would look good in yellow?
Who would have thought, right?
I got to tell you, though, these guys lurking around, popping in and out, got a little bit of criminal element to them. I'm a little nervous.
Just hit them with a couple spine busters. They'll be all right. All right, so we're going to bring in our first guest, and we normally let him start most of our shows because he brings a lot of energy and has never missed a single show. Nick or Rocky, if you can give Arn one of the turnbuckle pads. And there should have been a Legends figure that was mailed in as well.
Yep.
And we're going to bring Dan live.
Hey, Arn, how you doing?
Hey, man, where are you?
I'm in Prosser, Washington, close to Seattle.
Holy smokes. Is everything cooling down out there, man?
Oh, yeah. It's cool where I'm at. I'm in the country, basically, so it's pretty mellow. We'll wait till after the election and see what happens in our state. Our governor's up for re-election too, so we'll see what happens. But other than that, we're safe here. It's been mellow here where I'm at.
Good. We all worry about you. Always sees what's on TV. You know, we worry about all you guys out there. If it's calmed down, beautiful.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I want to thank you for doing this. You are the best. You're the best. You're the spine buster, just the beating up everybody, being the enforcer. And I want to thank you for the years of watching you. It's been an honor. It really has.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate it.
So I have my own little custom Arn Anderson right there with all the belts that you've had. I had that made. So
looks like you got a pretty cool trophy room there, man.
Yeah, I have. Yeah, all the meet and greet stuff from the Asylum. Yeah, I have a pretty big collection of shirts that I bought from the Asylum, meet and greets from everybody.
It's impressive. Cool.
Thank you very much. My question for you is just how was the transition from having J.J. Dillon by your side all those years and then going to have Bobby the Brain?
You know, they were both so good and in different ways. You know, when Tully and I walked in WWF, we were the enemy. They put us with Bobby, and Bobby had that instant weasel heat. So it helped the transition, you know. Him just making us part of his family gave us initial credibility with the WWF fans because, you know, things in those days were it was kind of a war going on. It was NWA and it was WWF. And if you crossed over, you were the enemy coming in. So JJ will always be the manager for me. He was as much a horseman as any one of us. He earned his, and he'll always be special. But Bobby was the sharpest, funniest guy. I don't know if you ever had a chance to be around him.
I wish I would have met him.
Sharp as a tack.
I love watching his. I mean, he's one of my favorite announcers. Everything. He's my number one manager. There's no one above him. He just did it all. And I love seeing Tully now do what Bobby was doing with the FTR, like holding the leg and getting the pin. That just is just so classic wrestling that I miss. I don't, the high flying's great, but I miss the old, hey, cheating to win. You got to have the heels and you got to have the face. And seeing Tully do that the other night brought back Bobby holding the leg and you guys getting the win for the belts. I mean,
amen.
Yeah. So can I get you to sign my turnbuckle pad, the Enforcer?
You bet.
Ask him will it be okay with yellow.
What is yellow?
Yes.
On the red.
Yellow's fine. Yellow's fine. Anywhere you want.
Well, you want me to personalize it to you?
Yes, please, to Dan. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's gonna look good. You're gonna be happy with this, I think. Even though it just occurred to me, this is Hogan's colors. Bullshit, Tony.
Yeah.
He just handed it to me. Just hit me.
Rocky. It's probably that Rocky Turner guy.
Yeah.
Yes, no, this is great. I mean, Arn, and I love seeing you on TV. I mean, Cody, I mean, you're doing a great job with that, and it's just nice seeing you all back on TV. I mean, and watching you Spine Buster the other night. Oh yeah, that just classic. Oh God, I miss it so much.
That one little inside joke here, my pants were too tight. I couldn't get my left leg up high enough to rotate worth the shit. One of my better ones. And before everybody jumps to conclusions that I can't do them anymore, my pants were legitimately too tight for my fat ass.
Oh, we know you can still do that. And that move. Every time you see it.
Better. How's that work for you?
Awesome. Thank you. Can you do the same thing on the figure? Same exact?
You bet. We thinking yellow?
Yeah, yellow.
Yeah, yellow. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And I want to thank Rocky, David Golden, Matt, and Nick. I mean, you guys keep it coming. I mean, I love these. Getting to meet the people that I loved watching growing up, and hope I get to meet you one day, Arn. I mean, I hope the conventions start back up.
I hope so. We have missed you guys. And let me tell you, it has been very hard to produce television shows for the talent with no fans. There's no adrenaline, and you see it with all the injuries in the NFL now.
Yeah.
Without you guys, you're the adrenaline.
And it's hard for you guys to push somebody, too, because you don't get the crowd reaction. Exactly. That's usually how it kind of goes. So, I mean, that's why we get Roman Reigns stuff down our throat. Oh, I didn't say that. Sorry.
No.
It was short.
The only thing is, it's not his fault.
Oh, I know. Oh, no, he's great. Vince just keep coming. Thank you so much, Arn.
Does that work for you?
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you very much. And I hope to meet you one day. And you stay safe. And I can't wait to watch you on AEW more.
You got it. Look forward to running into you somewhere sometime, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
Thanks, Dan. All right, our next gentleman, Rocky or Nick, if you can hand Arn the pillow, the Hasbro pillow. We're going to bring Max in. Hey, Max, how are you?
All right, great. How's it going, David?
Max.
Arn, how are you?
Where are you?
I'm in Maryland.
Where in Maryland?
Mount Airy. It's, about a half hour from Baltimore.
Okay.
I just met you. I guess it was last summer at StarCast, I think it was called, in Baltimore.
Oh, yeah. Very good. In Baltimore, right?
Yes.
So how's everything been going?
Yeah.
Oh, great. I'm a teacher, so I'm working from home. It's kind of a nightmare, but we're getting by.
Let me just take an opportunity then to thank you guys. It's unheard of how you're pulling this off and taking care of our children, and I don't think you guys get nearly enough credit. And I, for one, just can only imagine how hard it is doing what you're doing now. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. not nearly as hard as you doing what you're doing. Listen, I have to admit, when I was younger, I liked the good guys. I liked the fan favorites. I rooted for Sting, Lex Luger. I loved the Road Warriors. But so the Horsemen, man, I did not like the Horsemen back in the day, but I appreciate how hard you work. And you're the reason I liked the other guys as much as I did. You're such a great worker. I realize that now as I'm older.
So this one was not my favorite. The one my favorite. That one, right? Which I'm sure you did a few times.
Yes.
That's when I knew I was doing my job.
Well, that's true. I do have a question for you. Any angle that you would have wanted to take in a different direction, or that you would have wanted to?
Does that work for you, Silver?
Awesome. Yes.
Cool. Okay.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much.
I'm sorry, didn't want to interrupt. Is there an angle? What?
Anything that you would have done differently, that you would have liked to take in a different direction?
Well, everybody has highs and lows. I don't know that I would have changed anything. I was fortunate enough to stay employed from 1982 until about a year ago. And that's straight through. And there's something to be said, for longevity in this business. Because my whole thing was I wasn't, as a kid, wanting to get in to be a wrestler and just do a money grab and get out. I wanted to do this my entire life. And I've been very fortunate to be able to do that. So more so than anything else, I wouldn't be getting to meet you today and all these people here. And this is the one thing, because I was a career heel, and, we protected the business, and we didn't do autograph sessions and these things. We just wouldn't do it because it was bad business. But I never had an opportunity over the years to thank all the fans and the support and all the things that you did for me and my family. So now I have an opportunity to say thank you.
Well, thank you. Thanks for doing this. And thank you so much for all of the memories. It was great. It was great even reliving and watching all that stuff to this day.
It's my pleasure, trust me. It wasn't a day that I didn't enjoy going to work.
Great. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure.
Keep up the good work, okay?
Thank you.
Thanks, Max. We appreciate you, man.
Thanks, David. Thanks, guys.
Take care, Max.
All right. So our next gentleman, Rocky and Nick, if you can hand Arn the belt. This is for Tyson. It's one of the belts Nick brought, I believe.
Yeah, we're good.
And then an 8x10. And I'll let Tyson let us know which one he wanted. Hey, Tyson, how are you?
Hey, not too bad, Goldie. How you doing?
Good. Can you verify the 8x10 you wanted? Was it the one holding the one belt?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Tyson, how do you feel about silver?
Silver works for me.
Black. Does that work for you?
That works for me. Thank you very much. That's amazing.
Where are you from?
I'm in New Brunswick, Canada.
Wow.
I was just listening to Max. I'm a teacher too, but we are at work. We're not at home. But
so they reckon you have classes in school?
Yeah, but it's half and half. So because there'd be too many people in the building and it's too big of a risk, they send half them one day and half the other. So it's it's been interesting. Oh, look at that. That's amazing.
Let me thank you for what you do. You guys have a thankless job, and it's one of those things that we just take for granted, that you're going to educate our children, and we sure appreciate it, because now more than ever, it's got to be really, really difficult.
It is tough now, but I need to thank you too, because the bottom line is, if I've had a long, stressful day, I go home and I put on wrestling. So,
great.
And to this day, right? And I like watching the older stuff with you guys, with my kids now, even more so, because it's just, It's not the way it used to be, and I know everybody says that, but it really isn't the way it used to be. So
well, you know what? Nothing is. And what I've learned, you can imagine with the style and the athleticism of these young kids today, how I just go, you know, that's not the business I was in. But you have to take a step back, and you got to realize you either got to evolve, because the business is going to evolve with or without us, and find something that you like about it and just concentrate on that, because it'll never be what you and I grew up on. That's for sure.
No, and to this day, I mean, there's the odd moment, but I mean, as an adult now, and I look back from when I was a kid and a teenager, and I've never not watched wrestling. But I remember the characters way more than, like, I remember the heel moments and someone getting screwed over and all these different things way more than I remember the high flying move on some like that. That's not my childhood memories, or the things
and that's
what made you. It's the reason why I liked you and Tully so much, and why I loved Roddy so much, and why I like it's those. That's what I remember from when I'm a kid. Like I when I was a kid, I cheered for the baby faces, but now that I'm an adult, I remember all the heel moments. That's what I remember. That's what got it over. So thank you very much.
Oh, hey, like I said, it's. I wouldn't trade one day of it to do anything else on earth. And it's, you know, it is more so than anything. It's hard to explain, but when you walk through that curtain and you go to the ring and you wave your wand and you take the audience on a ride, and then you come back through that curtain and if they're throwing stuff at you, great. If they're trying to come over the rail at you, there is no feeling any better than that. And money can't buy it. It's better than drugs. It's better than everything. And it's audience acceptance, one way or the other, negative or positive. So thank y'all.
Well, thank you very much. Can you do the picture to Tyson and maybe put the enforcer on it for me?
That I can.
Thank you very much. That's amazing.
Work for you.
Thank you so much, Aaron. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you. Hang in there, and thanks again, okay? Appreciate all that you do.
Okay, thank you, Aaron.
Thanks, Tyson, man. We appreciate you, man.
Okay, thanks.
Enjoy that belt. You better wear it proudly.
Oh, you know it. Thanks, Nick. He can hear me.
Yeah, he can hear you.
Okay.
Thanks, Tyson.
Thanks, guys.
All right, our next gentleman, Rocky or Nick, if you can hand Arn one of his books. And we're going to bring in John Wilson. Hope you're ready, John.
I'm always ready for something.
That covers a lot of area there.
It does, but you got to be ready.
Hey, you know what? I believe you. You are very credible right out of the gate.
I try my best.
So where's home for you?
Good old West Virginia.
Which part?
Parkersburg.
Okay. You're neighbors with all these guys, they're telling me in the background. Or at least one of them. Rocky. So you guys must be pretty close in proximity. Hope you enjoy the read.
Oh, I will. I've been looking forward to it.
There's some fun stuff in there, you know, some stuff on the road, some suggestions, and, you know, places to eat and places to stay and all kind of things besides just the wrestling part of it. And
That's important stuff.
it's geared towards a wrestling fan and a wrestling audience. And let me know what you think.
Good, I will.
Okay.
But if you could settle a debate for me and one of my friends we've been having for years, who is the worst horseman?
Oh, God. You know, it's hard to say worst. There were some guys that didn't want to be in the Horsemen. They were kind of just stuck in there. The Paul Romas, I'm not sure that Sid wanted to be, you know, one of us. He had his own agenda because we were pretty much If you join that group, it was an unselfish bylaw that what we did better than everybody else was make everybody else look good. And if you were trying to get yourself over and coming in, which I get it 100%, that was probably not the right group for you. And that's the only two guys that were pretty adamant about that was not a great career move for them. Everybody else seemed to be okay. By the time Benoit and Malenko made it in, it had been watered down so many times, as you know. It was just those guys were great performers. I mean, great. But it was that ship had sailed. So had they been earlier, who knows?
All right, that's been an argument for me and one of my friends for years.
Yeah, and it's just we just tried to do what we did with Crockett in the 80s, and as you know, it's like the old league group was special.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nothing is like the first of anything. That you can pick out anything. Lethal Weapon movies, if you like them. Second one was pretty good. Third one got a little worse. Fourth one stunk. But nothing is as good as the original. But once we got Luger positioned and got him out of there and got Barry in that situation, from a fan's point of view, quality of matches, Barry Windham was incredible. So he was a great partner for us.
I've always said Mongo was the worst one ever, but that's not fair to him.
He never had it. He's a football player.
Exactly.
He never had a wrestling day one, not one lesson. Nobody showed him anything. And it's really not fair because they brought him in. Him and Kevin Green almost killed Flair and I. If you go back and watch that, let me just tell you, they almost killed us. Now watch it again and see what you think.
I'll have to do that.
But they were all pro football players in the NFL, for God's sakes. They were headhunters. They weren't entertainers. They were in there to cream everybody. And it so happened that everybody was Flair and myself. But Mongo never had, nobody trained him. Nobody took the time to take him in and go, hey, here's how you look up. Here's how you lock up. Here's how you grab a headlock. None of that stuff. He just kind of picked up a little bit on his own. But he's a good dude. He got a big heart, good person. I still run into him every now and then. And good people.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, John. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks, John.
See you next time, John. Thanks. I will say one thing about Mongo, though. He sure did get some good heat. He was a good heel. He got some good heat. Well, whether he was not polished in the ring, he made those fans angry. He did his job. Well, that's for sure.
Let me tell you something. He's all man, too. You didn't see anybody in the locker room try him.
All right. So if Rocky or Nick, if you can hand Arn one of the classic jacks. And then he also got this 8x10.
Hold on a second.
And I will bring Danny in.
Need a classic jack.
Hey, how's it going?
This is Danny.
For Danny?
He's in his car.
Hey, Danny, how you doing, man?
Hey, how's it going, Arn?
What's going on? Where are you?
Here in Thousand Oaks, California.
Okay. Southern California?
Yeah, it's about, I would say, about 30 minutes north from Hollywood.
The fire's close to you?
Yeah, usually. We're pretty close, like maybe about 10 minutes from Camarillo. So that's where usually they have like a lot of the bad fires.
Man, I feel terrible for you guys. It's like I can't figure out why every governor in the country are not saying to the people that don't have the fires, hey, what can you guys spare? Let's send some help out to California. That coming on the news saying we may have it out and under control in a month don't work for me. And I know it don't work for you folks. I mean, they're still going on, right? It's still going on out there?
It's tamed down a lot. It was kind of bad, especially like with everybody having to wear masks already as it is for the whole pandemic. And then the fires and like the air, it just makes it kind of hard to breathe. But
Sure.
But it's got better now that the weather is kind of like cooled down and everything. It's made it a lot more tolerable for sure.
Okay, how's that work for you?
Yeah, it looks good.
See that okay? My handwriting's terrible. I'm making an effort to do my best.
Oh, no worries.
No personalization, just sign the figure.
Okay, and you'll be just sign the figure, no personalization, correct?
Yeah, just sign the figure. That's fine.
Okay. So, how long you been following wrestling?
Oh man, I hate to say it because it makes me sound so old, but I've been doing it since like the mid '80s. So I was definitely a fan of all the stuff from like the NWA. When you went to WWF, oh, it looks beautiful.
Well, that was hey, 85 to 89 was the golden years of the business anyway.
Yeah, like I loved your stuff with NWA, but when you went to WWF with Tully the Brainbusters, oh man, you guys were one of my favorite teams for sure.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it. It was different. Bobby Heenan was a great manager, different from JJ.
Yeah.
You know, there were separate deals. If you were a WWF fan, you didn't like NWA, and conversely, most fans, they were very loyal. And you know, then guys started going from company to company, and it just kind of gelled into just wrestlers and wrestling, which I guess for the fans was a good thing too. Hope it was.
Yeah. Well, what kind of made it easy for me to kind of watch all wrestling was because my grandfather, he was like a huge fan. So like when we were little kids, he made us watch wrestling, like anything that was wrestling, whether it was NWA, WWF, the indie stuff. Like it was wrestling all the time. So that's how I got to watch everything.
Well, good. We appreciate your grandpa. He passing it down to the young.
I appreciate it.
Got anything that's been itching you wanted to ask? Anything bothering you? Or
I guess my main question would be like that I was always kind of curious because I know you kind of mentioned JJ was like your main manager that you love, but and I know you kind of mentioned a little bit about Bobby, but like how was it really working with Bobby? I mean, I know he was such an iconic manager. Did you really enjoy working with him?
Well, the thing about Bobby, which a lot of people don't know, is he would be at TV. He would be with us at television. He would go to Madison Square Garden, LA, some of the bigger venues, but most of the time he was not on the road with us.
Yeah.
You know, he was doing the studio show and all that stuff, but being on television was enough that we were together. He was the sharpest guy I've ever met. I could just go, Bobby, what do you think about this pen? And with no hesitation, he would have a rebuttal, and it'd be something hilarious. And that's the kind of guy he was. He was just tremendous.
No, I could definitely imagine that. But I definitely want to thank you for all the years that you gave us of entertainment. Even right now with going over to AEW, it's great to still see you that you put on a great show even after all these years.
Thank you. I appreciate that. For the first time in a long time, I'm getting to have fun again, and my limited role is plenty for me. I'm just thankful that I don't have to worry about a bunch of politics and a lot of other stuff I had to do for 18 years. I can just entertain and enjoy the wrestling business again. So thank you for that.
Oh, no problem. Well, it was definitely great meeting you. I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time because I know you have a huge list, but I just want to thank you again. It's awesome getting this opportunity to talk to you.
Thank you, Danny. I feel the same way. Huh? You be safe out there.
All right,
thanks,
you.
Danny.
All right, thanks, David.
All right, if you gentlemen can hand Arn one of his books. We're going to bring Sean in. Hey, Sean, how are you?
Not too bad, buddy. How are you?
Hello, Sean.
Hey, how's it going, Arn?
What's going on?
Not too much, bud. How are you?
Where are you?
I'm in Hairston, Ontario.
Hairston, Ontario. What's that close to? What big city would I know?
It's about an hour from Toronto.
Okay.
Further north.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. SHAWN, right?
Yep. That's it.
So do you get to, back when we had live events, did you get to go to any? Did you go to?
Oh yeah. I got to see quite a bit.
Well, Canadian fans are really awesome, man. You guys really have supported us over the years, and just want to let you know we sure appreciate it.
Thank you. It's certainly hard to get wrestlers over here, especially during the COVID. But yeah, it's an honor to have you on, and I thank the Asylum for having you on. So it's definitely a great privilege.
Well, the privilege is all mine, and I finally get a chance to thank you for supporting us all these years. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
I'm having a blast. They got the buddy. They got the buddy right, man. Anyway, right? There you go.
Yeah, for sure.
Looks like
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, man, you got some pretty cool collectibles, looks like, in the background, huh?
Yeah, we got tons.
Way cool. Way cool. Well, you guys take care of yourself. Stay safe. Okay.
Thank you.
And I hope
Sean.
when things open up.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Our next gentleman, I'm going to bring Ed in, and he got the 8x10 with you looking like you're about to beat me up.
Yeah, that's pretty much all of them there, Dad.
Yeah. I'd take a spine buster all day. I'd be honored. Come on in, Ed.
There's the man.
Hello, Ed.
How you doing, Arn?
Where are you? Are you in your basement?
Yeah. I'm digging through some of these my old WWF magazines from the 80s when you were there.
Cool. What? I'm got to be in there somewhere.
Oh, yeah, you are. I got some from 84 all the way down to 89. They're at the bottom of the barrel.
Wait a minute. Bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. I go in order.
Okay.
You can't go in order. Start from 86, go back to 84. A lot of people wish we could.
Boy, don't I wish I could do that knowing what I know now.
Well, I could too. I'd be a genius.
How about that right there, Ed? That work for you?
Yes, sir.
Signature, okay.
Oh, it was great always watching you. You always gave I appreciate for all the heart and soul you put in when you wrestled.
Well, thank you. I loved every minute of it. There wasn't a day that passed that I didn't enjoy coming to all the towns and entertaining.
Oh, yeah. I told another guy, I think between a couple of people, you and Ted DiBiase, you guys were the best at selling the hits.
Oh, thank you.
I love the falls, especially when you guys used to wrestle with the Road Warriors.
Well, those were involuntary, by the way, Ed. We were going to take a bump on those whether we wanted to or not.
Oh, yeah, but it was still classic.
Yep.
It's too bad Animal passed away this year. That's like,
yeah, they were good guys.
Yeah, I must be getting old. I'm 47, and half the guys I watch, they're all buried 6 feet deep.
Well, hey.
It's like, what the heck?
I'm 62. You imagine how I feel.
Well, yeah, Yeah, it's too bad when you guys were in Vince's organization, when Dusty was there, they should have used you guys to do more of the lines, like matches like you had in the NWA. Should have had you guys work with Dusty, too.
Well, that would have been too easy.
Well, I know, but sometimes that's what they do here.
We were the enemy. We were.
Oh, I know.
You WCW guys are working for my company.
Well,
that was the attitude.
Yeah, but still, I know if I watch wrestling nowadays, they're like taking old scripts from a long time ago. It's like, I've seen this already. It's like when Triple H, he would start winning all those titles. Like, I've seen this already with Ric Flair. Why I got to relive it again?
I'm with you.
I want something new.
I am with you.
I've been there and saw it.
Thanks for joining us, Ed. Hopefully you can find some good magazines, buddy.
Oh, I got tons of them in there. I just there's too many to dig through.
We appreciate your time, man. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, nice talking with you, huh?
Yeah, you too, Arn. You take care and stay safe.
Yes, sir. You
Yeah.
too.
Thank you. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
All right. We're going to bring Shannon in. He got one of the 11 by 17s that you and Flair signed.
Okay.
Okay. Over here.
Hey, Shannon.
Hey, Goldie, how you doing?
All right.
Amazing.
Hey, Arn, how you doing?
Hey, man. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Did I get one of those? Oh, man. Made my day.
All right, buddy.
Made my day.
Awesome.
Where you at?
I'm in Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Okay.
Have you ever wrestled in Michigan's Upper Peninsula? That's where I'm originally from.
Yeah. What is that town that's right on the Canadian border?
Sault Ste. Marie?
So, but north of Detroit? You know what I'm talking about?
There's a few Port Huron.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that the area you were talking about, or no?
No, I grew up way north of the Mackinac Bridge, so up by Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Canada.
Okay. All right. Mackinac Island up that way?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
How about that? That's pretty good.
That's awesome. I appreciate it.
And we're going to put it in a top loader so it don't get bent.
Yeah, we're going to put it in a plastic thing so it'll keep it pristine for you.
That'd be perfect.
All right.
So I don't really have any questions for you, but I love to hear road stories. So if you got any old drinking stories.
Oh, gosh. Oh, you're having a cold one, are you?
Oh, yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've drank a few of those.
Yeah.
Back in the old days, when Jim Crockett first really caught on fire, 85, end of 85, first of 86, and the crew there started making money. For some of us, it was for the very first time, making nice living in the business. And we all bought fast cars and race cars and stuff, and we would go to the little towns, 150, 200 miles from Charlotte, just up and back every day. That was the territory days. And we would all have, we would ride together, me, Tully, JJ. Sometimes Rick would ride with us. Sometimes I'd ride with the Midnight Express. We always had a cooler full of those cold beers, buddy. And running up and down those roads faster than we probably should have. But it was just really a good time. It was a good camaraderie that we're building amongst each other. You're not just partners on TV. You were friends. And then you would have that one smart ass like Barry Windham who, since he wasn't married and had no kids, bought the white Porsche. So he would end up blowing us off the road on the way home back to Charlotte every single night. Boom. What the hell was that? Oh, that's Barry. He's gone. So that's some road stories there for you.
Well, I appreciate it, Arn. I appreciate the memories. I was pretty loyal to the WWF back in the day, but I love turning you guys on and listening to you guys, man.
Well, we sure appreciate it.
You guys were way ahead of your time. I appreciate it.
Enjoy that beer, my man.
I will. Take care, Arn.
Thanks, Shannon.
All right. Thanks, David. Nick.
So we're going to do the photos now.
All right. So we're going to show a couple things that we have available for everyone to see. If you want, type in the comments. We're going to zoom Arn in so you can see him better. You don't want to see my face anyways. I think we have, 4 of those available left, Tony?
Yeah, we had a total of 10.
Yeah, I believe we sold 6 of them. So we have 4 of those left. The turnbuckle pads there. Those come with the meet and greet and the signature. We have Arn's beautiful book, A Look Behind the Curtain. We have those available. If you want them, type claim and I'll shoot you a private message and facilitate these for you. That is an 11 by 14 beautiful art of Arn there with the NWA television title.
It comes with a top loader.
Yep, these come protected. All of them will come with top loaders. We have one that was signed by Flair yesterday, correct, Tony? Today. Beautiful. Look at that. So Flair signed it, Arn signed it. I believe we only have 8 of those left.
We have COAs with that.
Beautiful. And then we have some 8x10s available. You can either order those through me, or you can go to the asylumwrestlingstore.com, and that'll also get you a ticket to come in and speak with Arn, like everyone else that you've seen has been doing. So make sure you grab those. I like that one. I love that one. It's one of my favorites.
That title meant a lot to me. That was my world championship right there.
Here's 11x17.
And then we have this art that was done for us by JR. Beautiful art. 11x14 there. We only have 9 of those available. So, and then we have these Hasbro custom pillows. Those are beautiful. I love those. So make sure you guys grab those as well. So just wanted to give everyone an idea. Please shoot me a PM, or you can let me know, and Ed will facilitate that for you. Just give me one moment. All right, so we're going to bring in next, if one of you gentlemen can hand, I'll bring myself back in. I'm sure no one wants to see my face, but it's okay.
I do.
We're going to bring in Josh Smith. He got one of the turnbuckle pads. And Josh, when I let you in, if you could please let Arn know how you would like it personalized. I know you had something you wanted on there. So, hey, Josh, how are you doing?
Good, man. How about you?
Good, thanks.
Good, good.
Josh, how are you, buddy?
Good, man. How are you, Arn?
Are you aware that we actually have Tank Abbott standing in for that? That's not David. That's Tank Abbott. Did you know that? He's aged relatively well, I would say.
Yeah, he looks good for his age. I give it to him.
Where you at, my man?
In Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. Home turf.
Oh yeah. We my dad, he grew up going to the Omni days, the NWA days, and he's got stories, and he's got me into it, so just passing it down.
Fantastic. Actually, born and raised, I don't know if you knew that.
Really?
Yes. First 23 years right there in Rome, Georgia.
Oh, that's cool, man.
What color would you prefer? On the yellow really pops, but the white will too. It's up to you.
You can do white.
White should look phenomenal. Should I just sign it or make it to you, Josh?
Just sign it, and can you put the WWE Hall of Fame 12?
Betcha.
Mm-hmm. They look really good in shadow box.
Okay.
Oh man, that is perfect. Thank you so much.
White looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, white looks really good.
So what's been eating you? Something you want to ask? Got a question?
I guess out of all the horsemen, who were you closest to?
Closest to? Rick and I were best friends for a long time.
Yeah.
Things started changing. We started switching companies, and a lot of the time there, once we left and then he left and we came back and all those things occurred, we were separate for a while. And then I took on the job that I had when I had my surgery, as far as being a road agent, running towns and stuff. My schedule was completely different from his. I had to be the first one there and the last one to leave. So it's kind of hard to travel anybody. Nobody wanted to be there at 5 o'clock in the afternoon when they didn't have to be there until 6:30. You know what I mean?
I got you. Yeah, for sure.
So that kind of separated us. To this day, I still get to work with Dean Malenko. We're very good friends.
Yeah.
Tully has come aboard as well, and we're getting to enjoy each other's company. Basically, Barry Windham and JJ, there's nobody that I don't get along with. I mean, we're not friends. We don't talk on the phone every day, but when I see Barry, it's always a treat.
JJ with the manager?
Yeah, JJ is one of my dearest friends. Yeah, he I do talk to, just to call and check up on, and we have a great relationship. Sure do miss him. That's it. As you get older, any problems that you had in the past really don't seem like that big a deal.
Right.
You really don't. And as you get older and all the things going on in the world, to kind of just hold grudges, you're the only one that realizes that you really don't like somebody, and the only one that it affects is you. It burns you up. Half the time, they don't even know it. So to try to carry grudges in this business, I'm finding just enjoy whatever time you got left, and find something good about every day, and do something nice for somebody. It takes the same amount of time as being an asshole.
Oh, yeah. With everything going on in the world, as crazy as it is, that's what you got to do.
For sure.
All right, man. I appreciate it. I enjoy all your AEW stuff and look forward to watching you on there. And I appreciate
Keep watching,
it.
okay? Catch that podcast. Catch my podcast if you get a chance.
All right.
I have one, don't you?
Huh?
I have a podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever get a chance to listen?
You broke up, man.
Do you ever
listened to his podcast?
Do what now?
Have you listened to Arn's podcast?
Oh yeah, the podcast. Yeah.
Okay, well let me know
All right,
what
man,
let me know what I can do to make it better. Okay.
All right, man.
Okay.
Thanks, Josh.
Thank you.
All right. If you can hand Arn another turnbuckle pad, I will be bringing in Javon. Hey, Javon, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. And Javon would like that to be made out to Zeke, right?
Yep. That's my son.
To Steve?
Zeke. Zeke.
I'm sorry.
All right. Arn, it's a funny story. So 4 years ago, I used to manage a bank. And I got fired from the bank because someone cashed a fraudulent check. Anyway, 2 days after that, at Dorton Arena, there was an event, and there was the Nasty Boys and Ric Flair and Ricky Steamboat.
Big time wrestling.
And, Ric Flair gets on the microphone and says, "Tonight we're partying at the Marriott." So I don't have a job anymore. So I got nothing else to do. So I go down to the Marriott, and eventually I'm drinking with Knobs and Sags, and somehow I drank enough with them that they agreed that if I drove them down to Spartanburg, that they give me a picture with Rick. So ever since then, I've been driving around Jerry Sags and the Nasty Boys, and you haven't lived life until you spent 5 hours in a car with Knobs and Sags. So last year,
you're a celebrity, John. You're a celebrity. Tony, who's sitting right beside me, who is
What's up?
Hey,
How are you?
I still need to get some more of that cream.
Oh, you need some more of the Dean for
the liniment, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dean Archer.
Yeah.
You just became star of the show. We all know who you are.
Yeah, there ain't many 6 foot Asian guys walking around in North Carolina. So
can't say that. Cannot say
why?
that. Hell, I was 6'1". The other day I measured myself. I'm 5'5". It's an old age thing. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
But God, if you spent just one night partying with the Nasty Boys, you got a one-way ticket to heaven and whatever else you want. I would give you whatever I had in my wallet, but I'm at home and that is zero. My wife would get an allowance. But anyway, it's awesome seeing you, man. It's a small world. That's cool.
Yeah. So appreciate that. I do listen to that podcast as well. Every Tuesday, me and Zeke are listening to it on the way to daycare.
Well, thank you very much. And hey,
I agree too. No cheese on the burgers.
Right. It's a no-brainer, right?
Yeah. If you put cheese on a burger, it's sacrilege.
It just overwhelms the meat.
Yeah.
That's what people don't get. It's not that I hate cheese. I just don't like it on sandwiches and hamburgers.
Yeah. I agree. I'm with you on that.
All right.
I'm ready to shove it up for that.
Well, the two of us are all we really need on this cheese argument, to be honest with you. Okay, that work for you?
Oh, perfect.
All right, my man.
I bet that made you really happy. I know you were telling me that the other day, Javon. I hope he remembers me.
Yeah, we did. Everybody, and hell, the whole room popped. That guy.
All right, I'm just gonna leave. You could take the show over, Javon.
All right. Yeah, we got Tank Abbott Jr. and Ricky Steamboat Jr.
When I showed him the bald head, he was like, "Oh my God!"
Just don't hold a knife up to someone's neck on pay-per-view, and you'll be good.
Wow. Yeah, that you couldn't get away with that these days, could you?
Nope.
You couldn't get away with that then. I don't think.
I don't think so either.
But who's going to tell him?
I think the cops were afraid to arrest him. I don't know.
Thanks for joining us, Javon. We appreciate it, man.
Take
Good
care.
to see you. Hey, if you talk to the Nasty Boys, tell them hello for me, okay?
All right, I'll let Jerry. I'll text Sags tonight. Let him know.
Okay, I appreciate
Tell
you.
him Tony say hello.
Tony too. Tony Hunter. All right, man.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Javon. All right. Let's see. Who do we have? Our next gentleman, he got an 8x10, and he got the single belt, which is this one here. And I'm going to bring Brian in. Hey, Brian, how's it going?
Hey, guys. How you doing? Hey, on.
Brian, you want me to personalize this to you?
Yes, please. To Brian with an I.
You got it.
And can you maybe add Enforcer on there, too? That'd be awesome.
You know,
I have your book. I bought it online on High Spots a couple weeks ago. It's autographed, too. I didn't read it yet, though, but I plan to.
How far have you read any of it yet?
No, I'm going to start.
When you do, let me know, okay? Let me know what you think.
Oh, definitely, yeah. Yeah, I've been a fan for a while. I started maybe 88, 89. I used to rent all the videos from Blockbuster. The first matches I've seen of you with Tully Blanchard in the WWF, yeah.
Right.
And then I watched you in WCW later on when Nitro started.
Well, thanks for all the years of supporting us. I sure appreciate you.
Oh, yeah.
Here's your home. There it is. That's the one.
Yeah,
Where's home for you? Where you at?
I live currently now. I'm originally from New York, but I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
In the Amish country here. I just got off work. I was working in a grocery store right now.
Well, thank you guys for staying open during this pandemic. Yeah. You guys were that was the high spot of my day, is going to the grocery store. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, we try to do our best to hopefully this all ends soon and we can get back to normal.
Well, I'm glad you're still employed. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah. A lot of people
lost their jobs.
Yeah, man. I guess one of my questions.
How's that?
That's awesome.
Okay. Go ahead.
What's one of your favorite moments a part of the Four Horsemen during the Nitro days?
Probably the night that we beat up Beefcake and declared war on the NWO 1 week after they left me laying. I went to the hospital. Remember that? The next week?
Yeah. That was some fun times during the whole NWO started. Oh my goodness.
That night was I think good television, and I think if you're sitting home watching it, you went, okay, the shit's on.
Oh yeah.
That's the way we intended it, and that's one of those moments I think people remember.
Yeah, I mean it was very great. Yeah, I mean it was like at the time, I kind of thought this is all like it's but watching it, you think, wow, it's I was just hooked right into it. It was
great.
Yeah, it was really fun stuff.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. We certainly did our best. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm happy to see you on AEW now. You gave a few spine busters. I popped for that. That was cool.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm having fun again. You know, I had one of those office jobs for about 18 years, and it's not as fun as what I'm doing now. So I'm very thankful for that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm going to keep watching. I'll check out your podcast, too. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to definitely check that out.
Hey, and you know, if you go to that Hot Podcast Twitter, you know, let me know that we spoke on, you know, today, so I'll remember who you are. Okay.
Oh, definitely.
Let me know what I can do to make that thing better on the podcast itself. Okay.
I will. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you, Brian.
Bye-bye. Nice meeting you.
Thanks, Brian. All right, we're going to bring Richard Smith in, and he also got a turnbuckle pad. Richard, please let him know how you would like it when you come in.
Yeah.
Hey, Richard, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Wonderful.
Hello, Richard.
Hey, Double A, how you doing, sir?
What's going on, my man?
I'm just taking it easy, living the dream.
This white is really popping on this.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
It
just
looks
just,
really good.
Just sign it and put WWE Hall of Fame on there, if you would, please.
Sure will.
No personalization.
Got it. What do you think?
Oh, that's beautiful. Beautiful.
Cool.
Thank you, sir.
Where are you coming from? Where you at now? Where's home for you?
I'm right outside of Atlanta in Loganville, Georgia, not far from Athens. Kind of live near Flair, and I live not far from Ole, too.
Bless your heart. I dare you to go down and just knock on Ole's door and see if he'll let you in.
I haven't seen him in a while. I saw him about a year ago. That's the last time I've seen him.
Oh, so you live close enough that y'all might run into each other at the store or something?
Pretty close. Pretty close. Yes, sir.
Down there on the lake? Somewhere close to the lake or something?
Not far. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Well, very good. Well, we sure appreciate you joining us. You got any questions you want to ask? Anything been bothering you or curious
No,
anything?
Just wanted to tell you thanks for the memories. And I guess I started wrestling watching in the late 70s, early 80s, and followed you and Ole and Flair and Georgia Championship Wrestling and World Championship Wrestling. And I know Dusty and Flair got a lot of credit for being really good on the mic, but to me, I think you were the best on the mic of all.
Oh, that's a nice compliment. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I appreciate it. I don't know about that, but I think maybe I was different. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Be hard to be as flamboyant as those two guys. So I never tried. I just kind of got down to nut cutting time. And I think that's what people remember. It was like, whoa, maybe this guy does mean business. And I hope that's the way it came across anyway.
All right. Well, I appreciate it. And thanks for the memories.
Hey, thanks for joining us. Okay. Take care.
All right.
Thanks, Richard.
Thanks, David.
All right. Our next gentleman, his name is Josh as well, and he also got a turnbuckle pad. These are very popular. Hey, Josh, how's it going?
Hey, not too bad, David. How about yourself?
Josh, how are you?
Sir? Not too bad, sir. How about yourself?
Good. I've been using white on these, and it really looks good. Is that cool with you?
Yeah, that's good with me.
You want me to just sign it? No personalization, just sign it for you? Hall of Fame?
You can personalize it, and you can throw Hall of Fame on there.
Okay, all right. Some people like them just no name, just signed, but
yeah,
some like
okay. Not too many questions, I guess. A couple of people from before avid listener to the podcast every Tuesday. I work in the office, and I have my own kind of area. Get to play it out loud. Really enjoy it. So I do appreciate it. It helps the work day. So really appreciate it. And then somebody said it before, the Spine Buster, a couple weeks ago. I mean, if you like wrestling at all and you didn't have some goosebumps watching Arn Anderson give somebody a Spine Buster, it took me by surprise. So thank you very much for that one. That was probably the highlight of the show.
Well, thanks.
I guess my big question is, you're managing Cody, which I think is great. Now you look back at the WWE, and you were there at that time. Like when we had Dusty with Cody and Dustin while he was Goldust, do you see anything like that you guys could put together where you give it a tag team run with Cody and Dustin and yourself?
To be honest with you, I think Cody, for the longest time, and I was there to guide him when he first started with WWE. He was just a kid, and he pretty much let me know pretty quickly that he did not want to tread on his dad's reputation or his brother's reputation. He kind of wanted to be his own man. He was very proud of his heritage, but he wanted to be him. And they tagged some, and I don't think it was a question of not wanting to tag together. It was just both guys were such strong characters. Goldust was a pretty strong character too, they just wanted to do their own thing, and I think Cody is still finding his way, but he's really matured, and Dustin has become a blessing for the young guys in the business.
Father Time has not found him yet. Yeah, he looks great. So that he looks
can still go. Dustin can still go. And these young guys need that. They need someone that's experienced to help guide them. So, and God bless him, Tony Khan has given us a lot of leeway to try to give you some of the old school stuff that you remember and the storytelling and all that. It's just not all showbiz. And
I've enjoyed it. So thank you guys. I've really enjoyed it.
Thank you. What do you think about this? Does it work for you?
Oh, that looks great. That looks great. I love it.
Okay, my man. Well, listen, I sure appreciate you spending some time with us. You stay safe out there, okay?
Yeah, you too, sir. And David, thank you for the group, man. Really enjoy it.
You're welcome. Thanks, Josh.
Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
All right. Our next person got a shirt. I'll let him tell you the size. He got a book. And then he got the 8x10 with the Hasbro look. And I will bring in Dan Kramer now. Hey, Dan, how's it going?
Not too bad. How you doing, David?
Good, thanks.
Hey, Dan. How are you?
How you doing, Arn? I'm doing good. How are you?
Great. You me to personalize the book to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Obviously, is that cool?
Yeah.
And let me know how the read is for you.
Definitely will.
Do you ever get to listen to the podcast at all?
I have not, but I'm going to give it a try for sure.
That too, and I need some help with that. It's the breathing. I got a bad habit of taking a deep breath and sucking in. It's annoying as hell. When I listen back, I can imagine what the listeners are. But as far as content, if there's anything you want me to talk about on there, let us know, okay?
Will do. Thank you.
Go to that Twitter. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
There's that. Maybe let's go with white.
Can you make the 8x10 out to me too and write the enforcer on it?
You bet I can.
Thank you. Yeah, I was supposed to meet you last year in Baltimore at the StarCast.
What happened?
And I was on another line, and by the time I got over to yours, you stopped signing like 5 minutes after I got there. I just missed you.
I would have never left without taking care of you.
Yeah, so it's really cool to get to talk to you now and make up for that a little bit.
Well, I appreciate it. How about that?
Awesome, thank you.
Now, do you want? Some people want the shirt signed and some don't. If they're going to wear them,
What size do you have? I'll let you know.
XLs.
About an XL, but they're big.
Just sign it.
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah, just sign enforce one. You don't gotta make it out to me or anything.
Gotcha.
All right. If you help me stretch it over here, please. It goes a whole lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Then I have a question for you there when you're done there.
Okay. You just want just the enforcer on there, right?
Enforcer Arn Anderson, yeah, that's good.
See what you think about that.
Awesome, thank you.
Okay.
That's great, thank you. Yeah, great, thank you, appreciate it.
Okay, shoot.
So I work in the indies around here for about 10 years now. I was a referee for a long time, had some knee problems. Now I'm managing. I'm doing like a heel coach character. I want to know if you have advice for somebody in managing, like in the indies.
Sounds familiar. Why didn't I think of that?
I actually started like late last year, and then I saw you come in and doing it. I'm like, oh wow, that's funny.
Well, hey, it's something different, you know. And
it's fun too. I mean, I'm doing heel. I'm blowing a whistle and everything, so I have tons of heat coming at me. It's awesome.
There's no more heat than a guy blowing a whistle.
Yeah, they can't stand it.
Make sure you check for guns when they're letting the crowd come in. Just my advice to everybody that wants to get in the business, no matter what skill level, what job they want. You know, some want to be ring announcers, some want to be wrestlers, some want to be managers, some want to be referees. Don't let anybody tell you can't do it. Be creative in what you bring to the table, something different. If you can be different, it doesn't matter what it is. People will gravitate towards that. And just remember, if you are managing somebody, they're the star. You're the window dressing. Don't try to override them. Don't try to outshine them. Just be part of the package, and you can't go wrong. That's your job as a manager.
Right. Great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate all your support.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you again. Appreciate it. Thanks, David.
Man.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks for your patience. Get some rest, man.
Yep. Have a good night, guys.
All right. Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right, so we're going to bring Brandon Wilson in. Nick, if you can give him the items that he grabbed. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Hey, how you doing, guys? I got Pat Cotter with me too. Mind.
And just see if they want it personalized.
Okay. I guess we signed this one
at Jerry Lawler's,
Lawler's show in Memphis. Right there. Do you want me to personalize it in any way, or?
Yeah, Arn, that'd be great. Just personalize it to Brandon T. Wilson. That'd be great.
Okay. Let's see.
Right here.
I'm going to separate it from the Hall of Fame and signature stuff, okay? Because I'm out of room. See what I mean? I don't want to crowd. I'll go over here on this side if that's all right, Brandon.
That'd be perfect, Arn.
I get a separate entry.
Okay, you're getting ready to put it upside down. You want to do that. See here, grab this. Okay, just here. Right here we go.
All right.
They got a tag team going on there.
These guys are setting me up. I can feel it. I sense it.
You don't even know, man.
You got Tag team.
Something's coming down the pike. I got it.
Oh, he's got his own wrestling promotion, double.
This guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
Randy, you
Yeah.
got your own wrestling promotion?
Yeah, I just bought it. Actually, I think you're doing a promo a little bit later for me. Nick's got set up Triple Crown Wrestling. I just bought it about 4 months ago. Patrick, he talked me into it. He's one of our stars. He's actually going to be helping me run it. He goes by Breed. And I actually signed his wrestling license over, 15, 20 years ago. I've been out of wrestling for that long. I used to do a little bit myself, but very, very proud to sign this guy's wrestling license, see what he's done over the years.
Well, great. What part of the country are we talking about?
Kentucky, Southern Kentucky.
All right. Well, let me tell you, as you guys know, the more places the young talent have to go and polish and practice and work in front of a live crowd, that's the only way to keep replenishing the talent pool. And for a young wrestler today, thank God for AEW, because prior to that, previous years, everything had about dried up, as you know. You know, it was tough. I think they've opened the floodgate, and it's helped NWA, it's helped Impact, it's helped Ring of Honor. Hopefully, it's helped you guys as well. So, I wish you nothing but luck. You know, and hope things work out for you really well. Just stress one thing: do this favor for me. Teach these kids and make sure they learn the basics. Cut the flip-flop and fly bullshit out, because they're going to be hurt all the time, their whole career. And for what? And they're not learning the things, you know. A wrestling match, number one, you should tell the story from the opening bell. Simple story. I'm trying to get control of you. You're trying to get control of me. And there's the struggle. And it's not high spots. It's who can get control first. And if you tell that simple story, you're on the way to capturing the people's attention. Because every other combat sport, that's the story. Who gets to who first? Do that for me. Okay? All right. Thanks, guys.
I promise you I'll do that for you. We've actually talked about that. I can't stand the flea wrestling and stuff. It drives me nuts. I actually haven't even watched wrestling since 2002 or so. And this guy, he's got me back into it 100%. And, you know, I ended up buying this business because I was helping consult to build their product. I do a lot of product building. And I ended up buying it because he sold it to me so cheap. But, you know, it is what it is. We got some new belts coming out and everything. Nick Francis is actually helping me out with that. And, dude, I'll give you another $100 if you'll do a spine buster on Nick Francis right now.
I'll chip in 100 for that too.
Well, he just flipped me off, so I'm going to stay seated. He believes me, and I'm not going to believe me either if you don't.
Hey, Nick, just jump in the air. Just jump in the air and pretend you took one.
There you go. That's all we need to see, man. No, but all in all seriousness, between you and Flair, y'all have always been my two favorites. We grew up watching the NWA, WCW. Of course, was in the southern market. We didn't have a lot of WWF. It would come along, but I've always been an NWA, WCW fan. The Four Horsemen, ever since I was 6, 7 years old. I was that kid that liked the Four Horsemen. I always liked y'all not being nice guys, not wearing the white hats. I mean, I loved it. My dad, his former drill sergeant, he said, you know, Ric Flair and that Arn Anderson, they're the best of the best. And
wow,
that's how I always felt about it.
Well, I sure appreciate it. Listen, when you get rolling and you get some interest up and get some rhetoric, if there's something that we can do, Tony Hunter books me out on times that I have some time off, and we can help you promote something somewhere down the road or help you in any way, let us know, okay?
Arn, I appreciate that. That just makes me just like, it made my night just hearing you say that. I mean, just even talking to you, it's the greatest thing in the world. You know,
well, we're all in this together, guys. We're all in the same business.
I guess I mean nothing, Brandon. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, David, I love you. You know that. I tell you what, y'all make a daggone fortune off of me because this guy right here.
He looks pretty convincing to me. If he told me to give you my wallet, I probably would too. So you're not alone.
Hey, Brandon, if he needs a jobber, let me know. I'll come down and take some maneuvers and lose quick.
Look, I'll put you up, man. We got 15 rooms in this house. We'll put you up somewhere, okay?
Oh. Sounds
Thanks.
good.
Thanks, Brandon.
Guys, okay?
Hey, I appreciate it, Arn. David, I appreciate everything.
Thank you, buddy. There it is.
All right. So if you gentlemen can hand Arn the micro brawler that Justin Smith mailed in, we'll go ahead and get that signed. Arn, he would like you to he couldn't make it with us. He doesn't want to personalize. If you can just sign it on the cardboard in yellow, if you have yellow, and then if you can write the number 4 on it as well.
Sure. Yep. That's the official autograph, actually.
Oh, there we go.
You didn't know I had an official autograph.
Oh, I know the Hall of Fame and the.
So lousy. I couldn't get away with printing because I tried writing it for a few people and they went, just print it.
Yeah, my writing is bad. That's why I had to go to printing my labels when I ship things. I write like a doctor is what I tell everybody.
Didn't work for me. I tried that too. I think legible is always better. You know what I mean, Dave?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yellow.
There you go, Justin. Sorry you couldn't make it in with us tonight.
Maybe next time, Justin. Thank you.
All right. We're going to do some of the ones that were pre-ordered that gentlemen couldn't make it now. So our next 8x10 is this one, and you can just sign it, no personalization.
Got it.
Sorry you couldn't make it with us tonight, Benny. While you're doing that, we'll see if there's anyone that had any questions in the chat.
There you go, sir. Okay.
Nice. Okay.
There we go.
All right. Our next gentleman, he got a turnbuckle pad. And he would like you to personalize it to Ed. And then if you can write your Hall of Fame year. And then write 4 horsemen.
Yes, sir.
And I'll zoom you in when you're done so he can see it. He wants to take a photo.
Okay.
And Ed said, thank you for everything.
Thank you, Ed. Yeah.
Here you go, Ed.
Ed, what do you think? Cool.
There you go, Ed. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
All right. Our next one is an 8x10, and it's this one here. And then let me see how he wanted it done. It would be this one. And we're going to go ahead. I'm going to pull up how he wanted it signed. He says no personalization. And if you can just sign it to, and he wants it to just say 4 horsemen and your Hall of Fame year. And he said if you can do it in a darker color so it kind of pops. Do you have any darker? Blue would look good. Yeah.
Blue. Perfect.
Blue would be perfect. There you go, Paul. Sorry you couldn't be with us.
Okay, so name, Hall of Fame.
Yep, just your name, Hall of Fame. And
the year.
Yep. And also he'd like you to write 4 horsemen.
Okay.
He wants your beautiful writing, Arn.
It's rotten. There's no,
you should see.
Nobody can duplicate it. It's legitimate. Nobody can do it this bad.
You should see Aiden English's signature.
Bad.
It's like circles. He like draws 4 circles.
Yeah, the blue looks pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. Okay.
Make sure he's happy with that.
Yep. If you gentlemen can hand Arn another micro brawler. And you can just sign it any way you'd like on the cardboard.
Yellow seemed to look good. We'll go with that. Okay.
Beautiful. Okay.
Thank you.
So we also had another turnbuckle pad.
Okay.
You can just sign it. No personalization.
Perfect. White really looks good on this. So.
Yep. They'll be happy with that.
Thank you.
Perfect. All right, so we're going to bring in one of our fellow admins of the Asylum. He's over here having a fanboy moment. Big fan. I'm going to bring Archie in so he can speak with you for a minute. Hello, Archie.
Hey, David. Arn, Mr. Anderson, it's a pleasure to meet you. Thank you for doing this.
Call me Arn, please, Archie. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Arn. I've been a fan of yours since I was young when I first started watching. I was like 9 years old, and when I first caught sight of you, Ole, Tully, and Rick cutting a promo on an older tapes that I watched, I was instantly hooked. So I want to thank you for everything you did for this business, tag team wrestling, and everything you're doing in AEW with Cody and that whole company.
Oh, thank you very much. Well, we enjoyed every minute of it. Could you tell? We had a blast.
I'm sure you guys did. I'm sure
Thanks
you guys did.
for all your support and continuing to support us. Keep watching AEW, please. We need,
yes.
And if you get a chance to turn on the podcast, let me know how I can make that better. Okay.
I never miss an episode of the podcast, and I have yet to miss an episode of AEW, even when it had those couple nights it wasn't on its regular time slot.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I have 2 quick questions. If
Sure.
I can.
Shoot.
First, who was your favorite person to work against when you were in the NWA and WCW?
Probably Ricky Morton.
Ricky Morton. I figured that. The Rock and Roll and the Horsemen had some great
He made
matches.
my job so easy, Archie. I can't tell you how many times I shot him out to the floor, bent over to pick him up, and some little old lady broke her walking cane.
Oh my God!
It's so many times I can't even tell you how many. It was my job was piece of cake.
I'm sure. And I have one other question. I know you can't give away any spoilers or anything, but is it true that this might get back together in AEW with you and Tully and the Revival and Cody? I mean, is there any thought of a 4 horsemen in AEW?
Well, there's always rumblings. There's always rumors. I know the Revival guys would like that.
I think the fans would too.
Well, you know what? You never know. Just stay tuned.
That's what I want to hear, Art.
Okay.
The Revival are. I don't want to say they're with you and Tully, but they're the closest thing since you and Tully in a long time, and I think you two with them would be unbelievable.
They're so much better athletically than Tully and I are.
Oh, come on now.
No.
Come on now.
I mean, I'm the first to admit I can't do half the stuff those guys can do. The only difference between Tully and I and those guys is they're just not as nasty as we were.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know, and they depend on athletic ability and all the talent they got. We didn't have all that, so we have to kick your knee out from under you.
Well, hey.
There's your difference.
If it works, it works, right?
Absolutely. Work for us.
Well, definitely worked for a long time, and I'm happy to see you on TV again, and
Thank you.
still being a part of this business.
Thank you, sir. You take care, okay? Stay safe.
Thank you. You too.
Thanks, Archie. You had your moment.
Thank you, David. Thank you so much. Thank you to David, Rocky, and Nick for making this possible. You guys are great. I love you, brother. And Arn, I love you as well. Thank you, guys.
Archie,
Yes.
do you have that belt that I sent you for Arn? You can let Arn look at it.
Oh yeah. If you guys going to give me 1 second, I'll go run and get it. I was supposed
Yeah,
to
go ahead.
Sure.
I was supposed to send it in, Arn, and the post office told me that with the way the mail is, they might not get it on time. So.
No, go ahead.
All right. Hold on 1 second.
Okay, man.
Little Winter running around.
So Archie works with you guys as well?
Yeah. He's one of us.
Well, I don't know if you'll get him to admit that, but come on.
He'll get a spine buster if he doesn't.
Being one of you guys, I'm looking around the room here. There's some shady shit going on. I don't know if being one of you guys. Okay, I'm going to call when we're done. Just before we're done, I'm calling the cops to escort me out of
Just
here.
be lucky Hollywood isn't there eating all the food.
All right.
Hollywood. Yes, Hollywood.
Oh, is he there eating all the food again?
This was one.
Okay,
Hold it up, Archie. Hold it
This-
up. We can't.
This was one about a year ago in a raffle that Nick Francis ran, an event, and my friend Clayton Gorway won it and gifted it to me, and it is a prized possession.
That's cool, man. That's got a rough edge to it. It just feels like battle worn or something.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool.
I've always wanted the big gold belt, and then with the Horseman on it, how much better can you get? You know.
Yeah, hey, it works for me. Good stuff.
And then last week, I got from Nick again the NWA Dome Globe title that Ric Flair made famous in the NWA. So to have both of them side by side is unbelievable in my collection.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, hey, enjoy that stuff, man. We
Thank you.
all collect stuff.
Yep.
That's what it is.
Just need more room to keep all the stuff.
Thanks, Archie.
Before I sign off, my son and my granddaughter would like to say hi.
Hey.
My son John and my granddaughter Winter.
Hi there, boy. Here's a doll baby. Nice meeting
So,
you.
thank you so much again, Arn and David and guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah, take it easy, Archie.
You too.
Thanks, Archie. All right, so we're going to bring Luke in, and he got 2 8x10s. Let me just see which ones they were so I can verify. Luke, where are you? Okay, he got these two. He got the Hasbro one.
Okay.
And then he got this one. And he's shaking no. I'll let him pick the ones he wants. Which ones did you want, Luke?
They're both the same. The one with the Hasbro.
You want 2 Hasbros. Okay,
Yep,
cool.
one of them's going to be written
So just 2 of those, Arn. That's fine. You can tell him how you'd like them signed, Luke. I'll drop out.
Hey,
Well,
Arn,
Hey,
how are you, Arn?
What? How can I make this out to you?
Well, the first one's going to be to Luke. If you want to write Enforcer Arn Anderson.
We'll do.
And then if you can add the Hall of Fame, that'd be great.
Sure.
So, Arn, I just want to say it's a pleasure to meet you again. I actually met you last October in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. You were at ACW Wisconsin, Hornswoggle's promotion.
Yes. Yeah.
You were with the Rock and Roll Express and DiBiase. That was a great time.
That was a good time. That was awesome.
It was a blast.
Yeah, I never thought I'd be working for Hornswoggle, but
I really appreciate it. He's doing really good bringing in talent. But no, that looks good. On the second one, it's going to be written to Dan, D-A-N.
Okay.
And then on that one, if you want to write Enforcer Arn Anderson, that'd be great too.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, it's beautiful. He's going to like that. Or he's going to love it, actually. Thanks.
So what else?
So the Spine Buster is one of the most, powerful moves. Was there anybody that was kind of tough to give it to, or who didn't like to get hit with it, things like that? Like, is there any good Spine Buster stories?
Yeah, there's one you're not going to believe.
Okay.
I wrote for Barry Windham with WCW when he was the champion. It was my one and only title shot on pay-per-view. And we're wrestling along, and I think we're probably both bleeding, and I went to give Barry the Spine Buster. And the key to that thing looking good is when I pick a guy up and I rotate him, that we stay close together.
Okay.
Barry leaned back. So when I rotated, he was out here.
Oh, you're almost dropping him. Yeah.
Yeah, you can pull up that show. It looked like shit.
Which one was that? Well, you and Barry, I'll find it.
It would be my only title shot that I had.
That'll be easy to find, I'm sure.
And we got to the back, and I said, Barry, goddamn, what happened? That looked terrible. He said, I've never taken one. This is Barry Windham, one of the most accomplished wrestlers ever.
Right, and Spinebuster's common,
I never occurred to me to say, okay, Barry, here's what we need. We're cool on that. Nothing. It looked terrible. And of all people, that's the only one that I can point to that really stunk. Who would have thought it would have been him?
Right. Who did you like giving it to? Who did you actually personally enjoy giving that move to?
Gosh, any baby face that's really over, because it does look like a kill shot, and it gets incredible heat with people.
Dolph Ziggler was good.
Dolph Ziggler took a beautiful one, as he was the bad guy, obviously, but he took a beautiful bump for me in Greensboro at Starrcade when they ran Greensboro for Starrcade. Brad Armstrong, good as they come. Ricky Steamboat, good as they come. Bobby Eaton, good as they come. I always say that same list, every question. There's a group of guys from the 80s that were just the best there's ever been, and that's some of those guys.
Good at what they did, huh?
Yeah, they were just great. Shawn Michaels, incredible. Took a incredible bump for me. One of the best ever is, if you want to pull up handicap match, Rick and I against Van Vader. Vader was 400 pounds.
Sure.
And he went up like Brad Armstrong. Made me feel like Superman.
I think I remember that one for sure. Yeah, that was actually pretty impressive, right? Like, he's got to be tough to put up.
I thought so. I only watched it about 111 times back.
I mean, you're a bigger guy and you're strong, but yeah, Van Vader's huge, so.
Yes, sir. The one at WrestleMania on Undertaker didn't suck either. If you caught that one, it was just the setup was so good, the story was so good. I think the audience actually thought that was it, because it was just, I got down there without being seen, and it was like I just appeared.
Oh, right.
And it worked out well. So
I always thought whenever you finished off anybody with it, that was it, and so.
Well, they didn't.
You always did real good.
Some of them didn't get the memo because some of them kicked out. But
right, but
shit happens, right?
Shit happens. Yeah, can't win them all.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I just want to thank you again. My stepdad was a huge Horseman fan. I'm along with everybody else that you're kind of one of my favorite bad guys. But that's all part of it. So.
Yep. Well, hey, I enjoyed every minute of it. Thanks for the support, and glad you joined us tonight with you.
Sure thing, and like I said, appreciate everything you've done, and continue to see you on TV and stuff. So.
Thanks, Luke.
Please do.
Thanks, Dave, and everybody else at the Asylum. See you later.
Take a
good one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do what I like to call rapid fire, where we kind of just sign everything, where all the ladies and gentlemen that couldn't make it with us. Unless there's some other orders that come in, right now we don't have anyone else coming in live at the moment. So we'll just get everything kind of signed up and squared away for all our pre-orders. So we have, let's see, we had this 8x10 right here. And if you can make that out to Robert.
Sure can.
Sorry you couldn't be with us tonight, Robert. He's joined every meet and greet we've had, except he never comes live, but, he supports us a lot. So thank you, Robert.
And we appreciate that, Robert. Thank you very much. There we go.
There you go, Robert. Thank you, sir.
Blue work looks well.
All right, so we had one of your Flair and Arn photos, 11 by 7. I think they're 17s, right? 11 by 17s. And if you can, it's already signed, but if you can put to William on it as well.
Sure. Yep, that's what we're starting out with. I will add your name, William. Certainly will.
Yes.
There you go, sir. Got her added in. Okay.
Right. And we have another one of those. He would just like you to add your Hall of Fame year on there.
Sure. Okay.
There you go, Jeff. Sorry you couldn't be with us.
Maybe next time, Jeff.
Our next one is this 8x10. No personalization, and he would just like you to write 4 Horsemen in your Hall of Fame year. Sorry you couldn't join us, Andy, and we appreciate you letting us share in your massive AEW group that you run on Facebook.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Our next one is that same 8x10, and if you can make that out to Jason.
Yep.
Hey, Tony, how many turnbuckles do we have left?
3.
3, okay.
There you go, Jace.
There you go, Jason. All right, we have another one of those, and if you can make that out to Chris. There you go, Chris. All right, and if someone can hand Arn a book. And you're going to personalize this to Josiah, and I'll spell that for you.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
Go ahead.
It's Josiah.
There you go, sir.
There you go, Josiah. All right. Our next one is this 8x10. You're holding the two belts. And if you can make that out to Steve.
Okay.
All right. Then we have one of the Hasbro 8x10s. And if you can make that one out to Nate.
Okay. Yeah. There you go, sir.
All right. Then I'll have you sign two more of those Hasbros. No personalization, and you can just sign them.
Okay. There you go, sir.
Okay. Then one more of those, same way.
We did that one prior.
Okay.
I just
All
didn't
right.
hold it up.
No, you're good. All right. Then we'll do one with the two belts. And if you can make that out to Ian. That's going to be I-A-N. Yep, you got it.
There you go, sir.
All right. And then we had, if Nick can, we had a belt and an elite mailed in. Can hand those to you.
All right.
And you can just sign them.
Okay. All right.
That looks really good.
Blue looks nice beside that blue on the belt.
Oh, yeah. And then he had the elite the same way, or is that actually that's not an elite? That's a I'm sorry, a Galoob, right? Yep.
Yeah. How does he want that one?
Just sign it with your
Sign
Hall
it.
of Fame mirror on it. Mm-hmm.
Got it.
All right, perfect. And then we have this one, and if you can make it out to Dan.
Yep.
I see you, Dougie. We'll bring you in. There you go. All right, Nick, if you can hand him the brawler, and I'll bring Dougie in. Dougie, turn your camera on. There you go. And unmute yourself. There you go.
What's up,
hey,
bro?
Dougie, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
There we go, sir.
Yeah.
You see that? That yellow looks pretty good. You'll see it when it gets to you. Looks nice.
Yeah, that looks good, man. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you. It's pretty cool. I've never done one of these things before, so when I heard Arn Anderson was on, it's a living legend, man. I got to be on there.
Thank you. Very nice of you. I appreciate it. Enjoying myself. Getting to say hello to all you guys too. Thanks.
So what do you like about AEW versus the old days back in like WWF days?
Well, there's a leadership that wants to do a combination of what's current and some of the storytelling from years past, some of the things from the WCW days. They just want to give the product to all of you guys that you want. They listen. Tony Khan listens. He doesn't just make a show, put it on the air. You guys take it or leave it. He wants to know what you want to see, and he's going to do his dead level best to give you some of the old timey stuff, and it's working. You know, it's good.
That's awesome. Glad that there's a really good alternative, because I mean, for so many years, like since WCW went down in like 2000, there's not been any, serious mainstream competition in the States. So it's good to see that and see some of the legends like you and Jake and a bunch of other guys in there. It's nice to see a change of that and see a bunch of legends actually happy.
Well, and some of us still got enough left in the tank, verbally, like, Jake can still talk. It takes you back to a year of when, we were featured, and if you're too young for that, but you can pull it up on the network and, see that it was a special time, and we get to remind your dad or grandfather would probably remember a lot of it. And it's pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure. Would you ever consider getting back in for one last run or one last match? Or are you pretty well up?
Are you kidding me? No.
Hey,
no.
You and Jake. You and Jake, you'd be good.
Oh my God. Let me think about that for a second.
I got faith in you.
God, that would have to be like a first one to have a heart attack.
Yeah, it's a real ambulance match.
Yeah, a real ambulance match, and it's got a 2-minute time limit. That's it.
Yeah. TV time limit at 9:59.
Hey, Jake and I can talk a hell of a fight. That's where it ends, right there.
Yeah.
As long as nobody calls our bluff, we're okay. First guy steps up, I got to go out the back door. That's it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us, Dougie. We appreciate you, man. Enjoy the brawler to add to that beautiful brawler collection you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for joining.
Arn will fit in real nice. Arn.
Yeah, he's got every single one. I'm working on them, but I don't have them all yet.
I'm missing a handful. I'm missing like 3 or 4. Oh, I got Arn in the AEW. There we go.
Oh, you hit Arn from us. I see him now. Okay, there he is in the front.
There we go. Had to get him by Cody and Dustin.
Awesome. All right, thanks, Dougie. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thanks, guys. See you, Arn.
All right. See ya.
Everybody, okay, man. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.
All right. If someone can hand Arn another turnbuckle pad, we'll have it signed to Dan. And if you can just put your Hall of Fame year and the enforcer on it, that'll be great.
Yep.
And then Nick, you can tell him how you want the 8x10 signed for Brandon.
Okay.
I don't even know if all that's going to frickin' fit.
It's going to be nothing but the writing on the 8x10. You won't even see Arn, I don't think.
Goodness.
That's a good thing, bro.
Did you show Arn our 8x10s, Nick?
I haven't yet.
You should. I think he'll die laughing.
I'll put him over there.
He might really think I look like Tank Abbott then. There you go, Dan. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
I was kind of expecting you to try to sell them tonight, David. But
I might. Show Arn one of them. He'll really think I look like Tank then.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm ashamed.
Well, you look better than Bagwell.
All right, so Brandon got this one, and then Nick's going to tell you how to sign it.
All right, this one might take a few minutes. He wants it to Brandon T. Wilson of Triple Crown Wrestling.
Okay, let's stop right there.
This might be one of the biggest Arn Anderson fans I know. He's the one that got your belt. He's the one that bought the cameo.
He's the one with the wrestling company.
Yeah, the one
What's the name of the company? To Brandon T. Wilson. From where?
Triple Crown Wrestling.
Okay.
And he wants you to write, keep the flips and flops out of your business. And then Hall of Fame, then Enforcer.
Okay. Got it. Okay, Brandon, there we go, buddy.
Beautiful. There you go, Brandon. Hey, Nick, do you want to show that 4-pack that you have so I can zoom it in so everyone can see it? That way we can show it to everyone.
This isn't the one that Tony has. This is the one somebody
have them in the car.
sent in, but he's got two of these right here, and they'll be signed by each and every one of these guys. So you can't beat that for, I think, $350.
Okay. Yeah, just have him sign that one. That's for, he can't make it anyways. You can have him sign it now.
Yeah, this is for Mike King. He got a ton.
No personalization, just sign it.
Okay.
This one's for you, Mike, and then we'll have him sign the 8x10 real quick as well. And then the rest of them we can do after because there's so many.
Yeah, Mike has right much. He's got another figure, a couple 8x10s right here. You want to sign them live or wait till after the show, or it really doesn't matter?
That's up to you guys. I'll have him do this one live because he wants it signed to Levi, Levi, the 2 belts.
Oh, okay.
And then if you all want to sign all the rest of them after Arn maybe he eats or what have you, that's okay because I know there's, 49 8x10s to sign?
Right now, yeah.
49.
Yep. Yeah, he bought I think he bought 42 of our 8x10s and then mailed in some stuff, yes.
There you go, sir.
All right. There we go. Do you have any final words for your fans, Arn?
Guys, I waited 37 years to be able to sit down and just tell you how much I appreciate all of you making it possible for a little kid from Rome, Georgia, a little fat kid, mind you, to live his dream and become a professional wrestler and stay in the business 38 years. This will be my 39th year. And one of the few people on earth that actually got to go to work every day, and it wasn't like having a job. It was just think of the ways you can entertain the audience. What can you do that a group of 5 college students are going to enjoy, or a 12-year-old kid? What can I do to entertain everybody, and something that will last the test of time? And I appreciate very much all the support. Couldn't have done it without you guys showing up at the arenas and either giving me one of those, or even better, one of those. And my family and I want to thank you. We're very grateful.
Thank you all for joining us, Arn. We're very grateful that you could come on with us, such a legend like yourself. Thanks to Tony for facilitating it. So thanks, Rocky and Nick and Matt for helping out there. And guys, we have a lot more to come. Continue. Everyone that joined us tonight and purchased stuff, we greatly appreciate it. This doesn't stop today. If there's anything you want to purchase and we can facilitate in the future, Arn, we'll gladly continue to sell your stuff and push it throughout the week as well. So once again, thanks for being with us, and you all have a wonderful rest of your Friday.
Beautiful. Be safe, everybody.